Hi, I'm Sue Ann Cordell, and I thank you so much for stopping by my podcast today. So I have a question for you. Is there something that you've been wanting to do that you have a dream of something you really, really want to do, but you just feel like you just can't even try because you don't have what it takes? Is there a book inside of you that you've been wanting to write, but you think, who's going to read a book that I would write? Have you ever thought about running a marathon? You think, I can't do that. I barely can walk a mile without losing my breath. Is there a job that you've been wanting to have, but you think, I'm so unqualified, I'm not even going to bother to apply? Well, if you've answered yes to any of those questions, I want to encourage you today. You do have what it takes for all of those things. And there's one secret thing that you need to have in order to make those things work for you. And that is the want to. Now, we say we want to, but do you really, really want to? Because if you do really want to, you've got what it takes to make it happen. So one of the things I think that happens is we compare ourselves to others and we think, I can't do it. I mean, they got this job and they're doing so well with it. I don't have that training. I can't do it. Well, I would say start looking into what it's going to take to get that job. Do you need to get more schooling? Do you need to take a little side gig to get a little bit more experience? Do you need to just really learn more about that company first? It never hurts to just go ahead and try. But also, doing your homework ahead of time does make a difference. Running a marathon, oh my goodness, I actually have experienced that. I had never finished a long run or a long walk of any kind, but I had always wanted to run a marathon. So I had a friend that got in touch with me one day, and she said, hey, I'm going to this meeting for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and they are wanting to talk to people about running the marathon this year. You want to join me? And I thought, well, I can join you, but there's no way I could ever do that. She said, oh, let's just go. So we went to the meeting, and they said, even if you've never run or walked a mile, we can get you ready to complete the 26.2 mile marathon. So I decided, well, I'm going to give it a shot. And I signed up and I raised money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society because I had a very dear childhood friend who at the age of 20 passed away with leukemia. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this in his honor. So I got up every week and I went out and I trained and I worked really hard. And guess what? I was able to complete 26.2 miles. And since then, I've done several other marathons. But if I had never started, I would have never been able to finish. The book that you think you want to write right now that's inside you and you're thinking, oh, I don't even know where to begin, find a mentor. Get in touch with other people that have written books. Learn from them. Because if you've got a story inside that you want to get out, the only way it's going to happen is for you to make it happen. And all you need is to have the want to put forth the effort. The job. You know, sometimes we think, I'm not even going to apply for that job because there's no way they would even consider me. You just might be exactly what they're looking for. Don't underestimate the value of what you've got in your mind that you want to do. It also takes confidence. And the way you get confidence is to just get started and start learning what you need to learn, practicing what you need to practice, and then continue to be consistent with what you're doing. Some people want to, work out and get better in their fitness. but they don't know where to begin. So look for a trainer. Look for a trainer that's going to understand that this is your first time ever doing this, but you have the want to. You just need somebody to hold you accountable. Don't give up on your dreams. I want you to know that you have the ability to do whatever you put your mind to, unless you're deciding, you want to be Superman and put a cape on and jump off a roof. I don't recommend that. But realistically, the things that you have in your heart and in your mind that you want to do, there's a reason for it. You were put on this earth to do great things. Don't forget that. At Shineworthy Lifestyles, one of the things that we like to do is help people by giving them the confidence to move forward and the clarity to shine. We do this through one-to-one coaching and also through group coaching. If you're interested in either one of those, I encourage you to reach out to me at the email suanncordell at suanncordell.com. Remember, the first step is to have the want to. The second step is to start. And also the third step would be to remember the first time, the second time, the third time, you may not get it right, but you just keep working at it. And eventually you will be able to complete the task that you have in your heart and mind that you want to finish. Thank you so much for being with me today. And I really am excited to hear what you have on your plate that you're wanting to accomplish. And remember, the first step is to have the want to. Second step is just to get started. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day. See you next time.